The first step in planning is figuring out what you want and need in your van. We broke ours down into 2 lists, and our needs included a queen-size bed, a fridge, electricity, running water, and storage for gear, while our wants included a shower, solar power, a toilet, and a roof vent fan. If you're planning a build as a couple, we recommend doing individual lists and then coming together as a team and figuring out what you're actually going to do. Next, make an estimated cost breakdown of all of the pieces of your list. We went through, did each piece, researched how much it was going to cost, and then adjusted at the end with what we could or couldn't afford. Our total budget on this build was $4,000, and we came in just under that. Take all the measurements, and we mean all of them. Backwards, forwards, upside down, at different heights. Your van isn't a rectangle. It has curved sides, so you're gonna have to take measurements at different heights. We made detailed notes, and eventually we went to our next step. Computer modeling. We are really lucky. Andy uses computer modeling in his job all the time, so we used Autodesk's Fusion 360 to create a 3D model of what our van would look like on the inside. After our initial model, we realized that we needed to make some changes and we needed more storage, so we just adjusted the model and then we continued forward. Next, we taped it out in the van so you could actually see it in the space. This step will be especially important if you aren't able to computer model because you may end up using cardboard modeling instead. We lost that whole shelving unit that's on the side just because we figured out once we taped it, it was going to be too big. Ask for help. We asked friends, coworkers, and even a subreddit for some advice on how our initial build looked. We got 88 comments. Some advice we took, some we didn't, but it did really help us figure out where we might have some problem areas early. Once you figure out the what is going in your van, you have to figure out the how. We use a modified agile board, scrum board, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we take each post-it, put a task on it, and it goes in the middle if it's in progress. It goes all the way to the right if it's completed. And we just move things from left to right as they get finished. Our last piece of advice when planning your build is be flexible. We started our van build not thinking we would have solar electricity or a roof vent fan, and we went back on both of those things. We also were planning on using some hardwood flooring from our house and decided to go with vinyl flooring instead, and we couldn't be happier with any of these decisions. We'd love to answer your questions about van build planning in the comments below. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and we'll see you in the next video.